Hello, friends and family. I just recorded like 5 minutes and it deleted itself. So I don't know what happened. I'm trying a different method. Um, so it's been a while since I've done an update, and that's because there's been a lot that's been happening since I last updated everyone. So we'll start with the end of last semester. I was concussed and things were not great. And then I was doing healing prayer with my mentor, and Jesus healed me of my concussion. It was this really cool experience where he had me like step into Jesus. And as I did that, I saw the concussion fall off as this black sludge that came out of the back of my head and then fell 10,000 feet. And then I went and wrote a paper in 4 hours, and it was so worshipful and it was so wonderful. And it was just so cool because 3 days prior to that, I tried to write and I wrote for like 30 minutes and then I cried for like 45, and it was just awful. Um, and then I came home for the break and I saw a lot of you, and that was really nice and really good. And I updated you on some of this. And then on January 4th, I felt like leading up to this, I felt like God was kind of speaking to me like, hey, it's time to let go of nicotine and like quit vaping. And so January 4th, right before I came back to Colorado, I gave my vape away. I decided it was done. I quit. And then, flew back here and then went through horrible withdrawals from nicotine, and it was not great. It was really, really hard. And through that process is just kind of realizing that God, the season that God has me in right now is a season of learning self-control, learning impulse control, learning obedience. Like, it's just kind of this very much learning, like he's bringing things to the surface, and I'm learning what it means to surrender it to him and really trust him about who he says I am, as he's leading me into the person that into being the person that he's created me to be. And it's just really interesting because like at the same time of all this going on, I'm really accepting that the role of pastor that he's been speaking over me, and whether that means I'm just going to end up shepherding people or I'll be on staff at a church somewhere, I don't really know, but I'm just trusting and walking through each phase. I'm realizing I love Hebrew, and I want to learn another ancient Semitic language because why not? I'm here at Seminary. There's great scholars for it here. It's something I feel a passion for, and I've learned that a lot of times the passions I have are something God wants me to explore. And whether it's just for time, like maybe it's to take one more language, maybe it's just to finish Hebrew. I don't know. So it's just been really neat. As another piece, like I posted on my Instagram, something about body dysmorphia. And currently I'm going through a month. February is a non-alcohol month because I just want to eliminate the chemical dependence, or not even dependence, but like with alcohol, just the influence of alcohol in my system, and just kind of make sure my relationship with it is healthy and that I am moving forward in a way that is every area of my life surrendered to Jesus. And it's been hard, not drinking's not been hard, but really just becoming aware of the things that might be small, like body dysmorphia issues. I am realizing I've had them for a long time, very minuscule, like little things, and not like I see myself as obese when I look in the mirror, but I just don't feel right in my body. I don't actually feel the gift that it is from God, and like don't see myself in the same way that other people perceive me in the mirror. And so that's been hard to admit. And I want to put it out there because even though it's a small thing, I think that it's an important thing that we recognize and surrender to Jesus. And I'm learning how to do that in different ways. And so posting something on Instagram, writing poetry about it because I'm leading the poetry club, and just like really being vulnerable feels really important right now, but also being wise about how I talk about things and who I talk about things with. And I invite people to praying for me in these like struggles, but in like as I'm surrendering struggles, but also I want to let you know that I would love to pray for you if it's something similar or something different. Yeah, it's just been cool. Just as academically, I'm only taking 2 classes this semester just to make sure I can relearn my homework habits. And obviously that was a good choice because as I'm walking through these evolutions of things, it's requiring a lot of energy. I'm sleeping more, or I'm doing this or I'm doing that. And so it's been really important. So I'm doing Hebrew and Justice and Missions, and those have been so good to me. And then, and I'll get more into them later. And then, I've been doing a dignified dialogue thing on mutuality to learn what I believe about being a pastor. And I have been learning how to power lift. And then the last and final thing is I am in a really healthy, really awesome and God glorifying relationship for like the first time. And it's really cool learning that like, oh, this is what healthy is. I didn't know that it felt like this, or I didn't know all of that. And so in that I am facing and running into like butting heads with like all of the past patterns and habits I have of unhealthy relationships, and just realizing like, oh, that's another thing I gotta surrender to Jesus. Or like, oh, so it's like very uncomfortable because I'm like, oh, that's cringy that like this is the way I think and like want to operate in this relationship. But then God's saying like, no, like I want you to operate this way. And so it's like making that conscious choice to be different and to walk in holiness in a way that I never have. And so yeah, be praying for that. It's also like a huge blessing. I feel that he is just such a blessing in my life. Yeah, so I don't know, just a quick update. I love you guys. I'm praying for you, and I would love to be praying with specific things in mind. So please just let me know. All right, bye.